Somebody stumps me with a movie reference, but Corey got a bunch of them, man. He remembers these one-liners like nothing from 40 years ago almost. Wow.
But and you know, I'll go out on a limb. I know before you said you don't want to say too much, right?
No, be you, brother. Be you.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I just think she's not a good person. I mean, let's call it a spade. Because even outside of this 9 to 5 conversation, if you look at that content, if you look at the podcast and just go back like a minute and a half, right before she starts talking about you know, H&M and all of that, the best friend that she had was talking about like the hard times that she suffered over the past year.
Being a best friend with a celebrity.
Make a pit stop for one of 4 delicious $7 Phillips from KFC and see F1 the movie in theaters now.
No, that's it. All right, that was my choice.
Denny and Chip are best buds. They bond over car repairs on a fairly regular basis. And even though they have a lot of their own tools, every once in a while they do tackle a job that requires a tool they don't have. And that's where O'Reilly Auto Parts free loaner tools come in. We have over 80 tools you may only need once in a great while. From ball joint presses to slide hammers, circuit testers, even vacuum pumps. Looking for this? Yeah, I'll just bring it back.
Everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you guys, or they helping you. Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year. Jesus. And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed. Jesus. I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest. They're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right.
Like single mom had to go back into live with her parent.
Darlene just figured out who he's talking about. That's crazy. This whole segment.
Got her car repoed. Yeah. And then a minute and a half later, she's talking about, you know, damn near crying about going into H&M. Right? So like you're seeking out all of this validation with all of these people around you. You're giving them money. But like, how soulless are you that you can't even help out the person that's the closest person to you? Like, I just think that's just weak character.
Let me tell you something, man. People,
I had no idea.
People keep minions around. People who find a way to break through, but aren't the truth as talent, they have to have minions around them. And
all these people that are around, getting a check, you'll find out who your real friends and family are deep down when you get to a point where you're at rock bottom. And so B. Simone's probably figuring that out right now. And she's going to have to make some changes. She's going to have to make some cuts. And she might have to settle for one of those 9 to 5 guys that she was maligning for so long. One of those guys that she thought was beneath her, right? But either way, best of luck to you, B. Simone. You'll figure it out. Shout out to Corey Holcomb. Shout out to Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification for all uploads. This is Fawcett Media.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat the small stuff. Because you know the tiniest thing can make the biggest difference when it comes to keeping business moving. We get it. We're the same way. Offering access to product experts to help you quickly.
Used to do excessive cardio 6 times a week, and I swapped it for weight training 3 times a week and added 30 minutes of daily weight movement. And I started prioritizing eating whole foods and macronutrients.
What's up, family? The government put forth an array of evidence and witnesses in the Diddy sex trafficking trial. The question is, did it make its case? I spoke with the highly knowledgeable attorney Dennis Spurling to answer that question, and he has some interesting comments. Check out what he had
over. Is there anything at the last minute the prosecution can come back and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, Judge, we want to put this on the mind of the jurors"?
Oh my! They rested their case in chief, and the defense rested their case in chief very rarely. And I'm not the case back up and allow more information to come in. As far as I know, this case is going on Monday. They're going to be deliberating, and I'm interested in the questions that the jury will ask. They may ask for clarification on jury charges, and this is going to let us know what's on the jury's mind or what questions they have. Okay, so it's just going to be interesting to find out. And remember, we need a unanimous verdict at this point, considering that the